Previously on Forgotten Gods, our gods made their way to Arcadia, but not as they remembered, where they finally met Solinar, the one true god. From there they learnt that Solinar had waged wars with the 8 major gods of Arcadia and had forced them into submission to give away their minor gods, to sacrifice them to become his angels. Due to a great use of the ceremony spell by Sprig, they were able to turn Solinar back to a younger, more optimistic version of himself. Although he knew he would turn back to what he was, he sacrificed himself, and now our gods must take on Vorcentuss to save Arcadia.
Thank you. There's no bit for this episode. Just thank you for coming this far, and we'll see you on the other side. Welcome to the Adventuring Portal.
In the land of dice and fantasy, jump on board, we can guarantee there's a podcast that is so grand, where adventure is always at hand. So step through the portal and roll some dice. Step through the portal, the adventuring portal.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to Forgotten Gods, a D&D actual play podcast. My name is Bradley Ward, and I am your Dungeon Master here at the very end of our campaign. If you're tuning in for the first time, don't. Go back to the beginning. There's so much you're not going to understand.
Don't listen to Brad. You can listen from whenever you want to.
Time is linear for us, but maybe for you.
We don't wish to impose how you experience time. Joining me around the table today are our heroes, our brave gods who have fought for so long to come back home and to put things right. Joining me, going through the various stages of grief, in denial, is John Frino.
No, that's not me.
Experiencing righteous anger, Alex Perritt.
Hi, guys.
It's a real repressed anger, but it's there.
I'm so excited to be here with all of you.
I'm scared.
trying to bargain his way out of it. It's Adam Armitt.
No, you said I could be denial before we started this.
And deeply depressed to be saying goodbye, it's Omodei. And by the end of this, we will have found acceptance. How are we feeling? Woo!
I think it was enough in just the deep inhale.
No, good.
Excited, but also a little nervous.
A little nervous? What you nervous about?
Well, it's the end, you know, and we don't know what's gonna happen.
But he does.
Well, not even Brad does.
Maybe it's going to be like that. Is it the Smashing Pumpkins song? The end is the beginning, and the beginning is the end.
Time's not linear at all.
Oh my God, Billy Corgan was Vorcentuss all along.
Oh, what an ending.
Very J.K. Rowling, you know. The whole time.
Shall we get into this then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Down on the plains of Nerium stands the city of Archcliffe. Its residents cower in their homes, deprived of sleep, from the 100 midnight suns burning in the sky above them. The angels of Solinar, who have brought wreck and ruin down upon them, punishment for daring to defy the orders of their lord, Bolin, and his alliance with the Church of Solinar. Suddenly, the lights start going out. Shadows and darkness return to to the streets of Archcliffe, and as people emerge from their homes, they are greeted by a huge and seemingly smiling moon hanging in the sky above them, casting that soft, silvery light. The angels that look down over Archcliffe have fallen. All celestial strength drained from them, they are rags and bones clattering to the cobblestone streets. The citizens of Archcliffe emerge from their homes to see hope, to see safety, and to see a town that for the first time in a very long time is within their grasp to change, to make better. In his little cottage, Father Adler is able to put his children to rest. He emerges from his home to join his citizens on the streets as they march towards the home of Lord Bolan. In a prison cell deep beneath the Lord's manor house, the wizard Bezelli, his celestial chains now dropped from him, with nothing but a simple set of metal bars separating him from his freedom, smiles as arcane magic crackles at his fingertips. And somewhere far across the seas are people who for hundreds of years have praised only the name of Solinar, have the name wiped from their memory. There is a vacuum in this world, as a religion that has dominated people is suddenly removed. History changed. The man who would become Solinar killed before he would ever take the actions to become that god. All the prayers of this wide world flow directly to the only gods remaining, those on the plain of Arcadia. And those few that still survive currently stand within a large beer hall. Furniture pushed against the walls rattling and shadows beginning to creep between the wooden slats of the walls. We join our forgotten gods once more. Zawabashi, Sprig, Diggins, Mallory, and Daara. The war is about to begin. That is where we left off, with the shadowy hordes of Vorcentuss standing outside, ready to begin. The furniture is being pulled from the doors as you see all the minor gods of Arcadia, the once gods of Nerium, preparing themselves for battle. Minor gods of leadership stepping up into this place of responsibility where they've always been waiting for. And you see minor gods that should never see battle, who were never meant for a life of violence, preparing themselves to break everything they've ever stood for. And in the moments before this begins, what would you guys like to do?
Sprig is going to jump up on a stool real quick before anyone gets too excited and pulls his bazooki in front, and he's going to cast a spell. This spell is called Motivational Speech. Ooh. Mallory, you were weak, a talentless, nervous fuck, an unlucky little creep. Okay. Now you control the luck. Daara, look where you've been. You were lost and full of fear. Now you're an epic warrior queen who's married to the one they all revere. What's that mean? That's me. It's me.
Oh, okay.
And my friend, who is not my spouse, you were no more than a drunken fiend.
Yeah.
You were so meek and you couldn't hurt a mouse. Now you're a murdering, killing machine.
Okay, that's a little extensive.
We've come so far, but now We're nearing journey's end. We must face our foes somehow. We'll do it for our friends. Now, he casts motivational speech, and everyone gets 5 temporary hit points.
Yay!
And so when I say everyone, it's us 4 and Felix.
And Felix.
Get 5 temporary hit points. For the duration, for the next hour, we have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And if you get hit by an attack, it has... so if an affected creature gets hit by an attack, you have advantage on the next attack roll you make. So if someone hits you, the next attack roll, you have advantage on that.
Nice. That's cool.
Cool. Motivational. You feel motivated, everyone. Let's do this.
Round of applause for Alex Perritt.
Sorry for calling you out on the things that... Yeah.
Mallory.
I mean, it's such a great Sprig song of genuinely heartfelt, but also can't help but relay how everyone is related to him.
Yeah.
And my friend, who is not my spouse, just doesn't say his name at all.
Nothing rhymes with Zawabashi.
Yeah.
Back to what... Mallory is going to cast Mage Armor on himself and then perform his Arcane Recovery. And then if we've got 10 minutes, is just going to ritual cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got 10 minutes.
Because I know how desperately you want a long rest, I'm not going to give you that.
Yeah.
But I can give you 10 minutes.
It may not come in handy, but there might be a point where we see something written down, and I don't know that many languages, but wouldn't it be great if I knew all of them?
Vorcentuss start speaking in tongues. And
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know this!
I can't say it, but I know it. It's...
I can't put it into words.
Oh, I can't say that.
So we're going to wait here for 10 minutes while you're just getting ready to...
Well, I mean, you guys could be doing things to get ready.
Yeah, what do you want to
Yeah.
do? Do you want to get drunk?
No.
We're in a beer hall.
No. I don't think that's wise.
But it's you.
Was.
Oh, you don't do that anymore.
Well, I can have a drink, but I feel like we should probably have a wits. Okay, one drink.
Yeah.
Cut to a full montage.
9 minutes of drinking. Who are the other minor gods with us? Anyone we recognize?
Oh, there are plenty of gods you reckon. Obviously, Felix is there.
Yeah. Is Kevin there?
Kevin Langley?
Yeah.
Kevin Langley is here.
There you go.
Fuck yeah.
You see him, he, unlike everyone else, is just wearing their normal god attire. He is full dressed in, like, military camo. Has shaved his head so it's a buzz cut. And you see he's pulled out, he's sitting in a corner with a locket around his neck. You can't see who's in the locket from here. But he has risen to the occasion of, this is it, yeah? I said I was going to join the army and leave this place, and here we go.
He's gonna wake up when September ends.
On the other side of this battle is my way out. So yes, you do see Kevin. Any other gods you're curious about? You each see like a couple of gods from your individual domains. So you see Kevin Langley is there. You see Samsa is there. Sort of keeps finding little patches in the beer hall where the wood has worn away and you can touch the earth underneath, and he's touching these pieces of earth and summoning more bugs out of the earth and creating almost like this armor of like golden beetles around his body to protect himself in the oncoming battle.
So cool.
Yeah. But yeah, if there's anyone particular you're looking for.
I just want to go on up and say hi to Kevin.
Like I say, he's sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
With this locket, like love heart shaped locket, and he looks up as you come near. Hey,
Hi. Can I just swoop in to give him a hug?
you do swoop in to give him a hug. Can you give me a perception check whilst you do so?
While we're doing our 10 minutes before battle, I would like to use an action to summon Wildfire Spirit.
Amazing. You reach into that place inside you where once sat necrotic, lichen, moss energy, and you find a raging fire. That fire, the fire of the forge, and the fire of destruction. and you summon a little wildfire familiar. What does your wildfire spirit familiar look like?
So I'm imagining just like a gnome version of Daara. So like I'm talking about like a garden gnome.
Like a mini?
Yeah, like a mini, but it looks like a garden gnome and it's on fire.
It's got a little hat.
Yeah.
Got a little hat,
Got a
and
beard.
it's just you know in The Incredibles when Jack just like turns into a ball of fire.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like,
but gnomish.
but a garden gnome.
Wonderful. As we all know, all garden gnomes have a utensil of some kind.
Yeah.
Whether it's a fishing rod, a shovel, lawnmower, like what is its...
My one has a ride-on lawnmower.
Definitely a utensil. I love that.
Yeah.
Great. You summon this little gnomish fire spirit whose crackling flames sound suspiciously like the chug of the petrol motor. And it just rides in little circles around you. Hello, mistress!
I think when it attacks though, it perhaps has like an explosive like burst of energy out
It
of
almost
it.
like backdraft.
It backdrafts. Is that its name, backdraft?
No. No, I'm thinking of a name.
That's alright. I can go without a name for as long as you need me to.
As I'm doing my retrospect, I just look at my. Oh, that's a really good brand of lawnmower.
Mallory's a real guarded guy in his spare time.
Seeing Daara summon a fiery familiar and knowing that we have 10 minutes, Sprig gets kind of inspired and ritually casts Find Familiar.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Yeah. So hopefully, like, a minute into this starts his little ceremony as well with the 10 minutes to cast Find Familiar.
Wonderful. We have arcane symbols floating around Mallory as he undergoes his arcane recovery. We have this little fire gnome being created. What does your familiar look like?
My familiar is a baby goat.
Aww.
Yeah. It's a tiny little, like a little pygmy goat.
Yeah.
So it kind of in front at the end of the 10 minutes.
I thought of a good name. I just thought of a good name for my gnome, I'm sorry.
I mean, let's not leave us in suspense.
Fizzlebang.
Fizzlebang.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I'm Fizzlebang. I've gained an accent, but it comes with the name. Wonderful. Fizzlebang. And do you have a name?
Yeah, his name's Pig.
Pig.
Pig the goat.
Lee's about to start crying.
Come here, Pig!
No, not
its
you, not
name
you,
didn't give it an
Fizzlebang.
accent.
Not
No.
you, Fizzlebang.
What? He called me over, didn't he?
No, you're not Pig. You're Fizzlebang.
Yes, absolutely right.
I pick up Pig and like look him in the eyes. I'm like, Pig, we're going into battle. All right, you've just been created, and you're adorable. Prepare yourself to fight and maybe be destroyed. I love you. He's very cute. Should I bring him? He's very cute.
Why did you summon him?
Well, I mean, a familiar is very, very handy in combat.
Can't you resummon them if they die?
Oh, yeah, right. Be prepared to die a lot, Pig. Yeah. Put him back down.
Starts wobbling around on its little baby legs. You also feel that internal wobble of that. I've just been created and I've been told I'm going to die.
They grow up so fast.
Then immediately gets distracted by the gnome on a ride-on mower and starts chasing it around.
I love our way of preparing for a fight is tiny little
guys.
babies. Yeah.
As I see I'm gonna cast message on Felix. Oh, do you remember when I thought I was your familiar for a while? We're sure that's not right.
You know, I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, okay, I'm 100% confident that you are my brother and you're an independent person.
No.
Not.
Okay. Well, it just would have calmed me down a bit, actually, because then I knew you could summon me back when I die. I mean if. Let's be a bit more confident.
If you die, I will tear this world apart, finding the appropriate resurrection spell to bring you back.
And if that's fine for me, that's fine with me.
Okay, well... if you die, I will bring you back as my familiar.
That's cool. Thanks.
All right. Are we ready to go?
Well, as Zawabashi was hugging Kevin Langley, we got a...
Let's.
He gave him a hug and over and immediately got excited.
Still hugging. 10 minutes later, the hug is still going.
this is probably still happening
really
while
intimate
we were.
It's probably not for 10 minutes.
Let's give him some space. That's a long hug. Let's give him some space.
He went in for that hug and everyone was like, oh, this sappy shit. We got fucking gnomes and goats. What was your perception check?
It was 5.
It was 5. Yeah, okay. You don't... What you feel then is quite a sturdy, confident hug. You, despite all your wisdom, are briefly won over by the facade he's putting on, which is one of being excited and ready for this battle. On a 5 perception check, you don't feel that nervousness, the shaking of the hand as he pulls away, and you definitely don't see that the locket he is staring lovingly into is empty. And then a little goat runs past, being chased by a gnome on a rhinomoa.
How are you, I should say, first off?
Man, I'm great. You know, just been waiting for a chance to really prove myself. Prove that I'm, I'm more than that little neighborhood I come from.
You've already proved it in that you're here. That's enough. But it's a big one, this one. All I'm gonna say is that you don't need to prove that... I don't know what you're trying to prove. You don't need to prove that you belong here or that you're enough or that you can do more in this.
Yeah, that's right, because I belong out there, in the real world. This place. Oh no, it's just so stifling. I'm gonna get out of here one day. And that day's today.
I want to take out the Glock and hand it to him. I want to hand him the Glock.
What's this?
This is your ticket out of here.
As we all know.
As in, not in a grim way. I just mean it's like, this is to guarantee the once Vorcentuss. This is how am I butchering this?
So what it means is
I got it.
Come over and put his arm around
to get on. If you don't have
casting a spell.
Yeah, true. So if you don't have a ticket, a gun is what you need.
No, I don't.
I have a golden gun. I have a gold. Let me in that factory, you fucking chocolate man.
The hidden message behind Forgotten Gods is we're actually all about freedom to bear arms.
I mean,
The Second Amendment over here with Mr. Frino.
NRA proudly sponsors Forgotten Gods.
Oh, so we hit them up, they probably would. And we make a lot of money on this.
Doesn't take much.
just this will be helpful in the fight. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
This could guarantee to help. To help take down Vorcentuss, so that you can get out of here.
Alright then. Me and my... What do you call this thing?
It's a Glock.
Glock.
You can call it what you want, though.
No, I like Glock. It's good. Makes me feel big. Makes me feel powerful. Yeah. Woo!
Okay. Do you need a minute? Do you want me to leave you alone for a minute?
I mean, you know. This might be the last time we ever see each other, and you don't have to rush away. We could go through those doors together. You know. Then on the other side of this, when I'm living in some flat somewhere, a city far away, you can come move in and we'll have our own little series of adventures, you know. Maybe that's a whole story unto itself. Get 10 episodes out of it, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm spitballing here.
I like it. I'll sit down next to him and I suppose maybe just kind of try to breathe and meditate to just center myself in the present.
Anything else to be done in the moments before the end begins?
Yeah, cry.
Yeah, that's how many minutes you want to cry for.
Oh, all of it.
Okay, you spend the remainder of your preparation time. You've created a gnome, you give him a thumbs up, and then burst into tears.
Yeah, I've just rolled to do a tale. Before running out there. Tim was a boy who was mad, so he ran away from his dad. He thought it would be merry to just board a ferry, so no more shall we hear from this lad. And I've given myself the ability to teleport, if I give this to someone, they can teleport 30 feet and take 6 other people with them as a reaction.
That's cool.
Well, I think we've had enough time to prepare.
I know all languages now.
It's
It's over for them.
Start dissing them in other languages, and they're like, "Stop! You're defeating us."
I can just comprehend them. I can just comprehend languages. Can't
okay.
speak it. But I'm telling you, Vorcentuss has got a big sign behind him with his weakness, and it's in a language none of us speak.
The furniture is cleared away from the doors, the only thing keeping them in place now being the concerted magical effort of the minor gods within this hall. Silence falls over you, or as much silence as there can be, when the unholy screams of a shadow army pounding against the walls and roofs of this building can be heard outside. You all stand quietly as an ungodly gale raises outside. The war begins. Will you guys be going through at the front of the charge, in the middle of the pack, at the back? Where will you go? Here's what's about to happen. We are about to do a 3-round skill challenge. You will be fighting your way through this horde and trying to make your way to Vorcentuss. I will need to know at the beginning of each round of this skill challenge. As I've said before, Arcadia bends to the will of the gods. There is no strict geographic path through Arcadia. It shifts and changes. So I'll need to know what each of your characters are thinking, are looking for Arcadia to shift around you, to take you on your way. Okay? Skill challenge. So you'll be doing a single D20 roll with just a flat DC for each round that you need to get over. If you fail a round, you will take damage going through the battle. If you succeed, there's success. You need to succeed at least 2 of the 3 rounds. If you fail 2 or all 3 of the rounds, you will go into the battle with Vorcentuss with some sort of disadvantage.
Do we know what realm that meeting place is in?
Where Vorcentuss is?
Yeah.
That is the center point, the sort of neutral ground.
It's not in a realm. Cool. So it's not in a realm. We have to get through the realms to get to that center point.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So after all that conversation, are you all going at the front?
Yeah, I'm going to just jump to the front and...
I'm going to be behind everyone in our group, but at the front.
We're all together.
Daara and Zawabashi. Yep. Wonderful. So, there is quiet. Felix, who is standing by you all, motions 3, 2, 1. And then the doors fling open. You hear hinges crunching as these doors are ripped apart. And for a moment, darkness. You are swallowed entirely by darkness. There are screams around you. You hear slashing, fabric tearing, blood dripping. You reach out grab hold of each other and other minor gods around you to stand strong against this torrent. And after a few seconds, it abates. The darkness floods back out of this hall as the magic of the gods fights back. Your vision clears and you see an unending army of shadow creatures standing waiting for the fight. This is going to be a 3-round skill challenge. As you have all decided to go at the front of this fight, you feel the prayers of the minor gods behind you flow through to you. They are inspired by these leaders, these people who have been to the mortal realm and come back to tell their stories, who fought against Vorcentuss when some of them failed, were taken over, killed their brothers and sisters. You four have stood strong the whole time, and now being at the front, there is worship for the 4 of you. You may re-roll, all 4 of you may re-roll one of these skill checks over the next 3 rounds. So if you fail one of them, you can do a re-roll for choosing to go at the front. What are you all thinking to bend Arcadia as you go into this first round? I just want to know what your... Because again, Arcadia bends to your will, makes the path. What word you're focusing on to get you to where you want to go. First round, the DC for all of these is 12.
I am thinking to myself, and seeing all of it, I'm just thinking higher in the sense of I'm wanting to try to push somewhat of a platform above these things, or potentially create a bridge over, as in like lifting up to either create walls that we either need to run across or a platform that we can go over this entire thing and literally just be above.
Amazing. So that's your word for your path forward. Higher. Love it. As you think that word higher, the darkness abates, you think higher, and immediately you hear the twisting of earth as chunks of ground rip up into the air, and you see this series of floating platforms are created. It will require a little bit of jumping for someone to navigate, but these platforms are fairly close together, fairly aligned, almost like... Don't think of them as huge gaping voids between these islands. Think of like the stepping stones across a pond. Okay, that's what you've created leading up into the air and over this battlefield. What do you want to do with your turn? What is your skill check that you would like to do?
Well, I'm going to start parkouring my way up, and as I do, I'm just going to be shooting out Radiant Sunbolts to as many motherfuckers that I see.
Radiant Sunbolts, parkouring. So you can either do an acrobatics check for the parkour, or you can do a spell attack for the Radiant Sunbolts. DC is 12.
As in, like, both things are going to be combined, or...
You can do one or the other for your skill check.
Fuck. Okay. I feel like at least limiting these things to give people more of a chance to climb the rocks would probably be better, so I'll do focus on Radiant Sunbolting.
Wonderful. So this is spell attack, DC 12.
Come on, baby. 19.
19, don't even need to add anything to that. That is one success for Zawabashi, as you are parkouring, jumping from stone to stone, launching yourself up into the air and throwing out series of radiant sunbolts, blasting out huge chunks in the middle of this army, big circles of soldiers dissipated into nothingness. Sprig Diggins.
You said a word?
Yeah, what's your word you're thinking to manipulate Arcadia?
So I want to manipulate Arcadia so that part of this kind of earth that Zawabashi has conjured up, I want to then kind of create almost like a cone in front of myself to amplify my voice as loud as possible. It's kind of steel, almost like a megaphone forming out of the earth in front of me, so that my voice can be heard.
Amazing.
Across the field. And I want to yell out and say, "Fantastic, you're all here. It's me, Vorcentuss."
Amazing. So your manipulative word for to manipulate Arcadia to bring you to your goal is cone?
Cone,
Amplify, something like that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You follow Zawabashi up a couple of steps, 1, 2, 3, and as you land on the third little platform, one of the other platforms comes swinging towards you, spins itself into an old-fashioned director's cone, and comes to a rest floating in the air above you. And you claim that you are...
Vorcentuss.
Vorcentuss.
Deception.
Deception, this is DC 12.
14.
14. That succeeds, DC 12. You see huge chunks of these soldiers, these shadow creatures, turn and are looking in your direction. They drop to one knee, providing very handy targets for the army to come through those doors and begin attacking. Your army, the minor gods, to come through and begin attacking. Mallory.
So Mallory thinks back to the last time we fought things like this.
Yeah.
We're in the village. A big explosion really helped. And then Mallory is like, we're kind of in Wickless. Like, technically we're everywhere.
Yeah.
But we were kind of like in Wickless. So Mallory remembers, what was the biggest explosion Mallory created? And then Mallory pictures the location. He was at the back. There was a big Krusty Demons type show there.
Yeah.
And then they had all the petrol canisters there. And Mallory's going to remember that and hope to try and summon a bunch of them and then cast Burning Hands out into it to create just a huge chain explosion.
Amazing. So what is your word? If you had to summarize it into a word, what's your word for the manipulation of...
Oh, petrol.
Petrol. You go running into the fray, pushed by the movement of the minor gods behind you. Already some of your compatriots have begun to run up into the air, but you're not thinking about the air, you're thinking petrol. And suddenly, this sinkhole in the earth below you is formed and gives way, and you fall through the earth. It spreads out, several minor gods are brought with you, and the shadow army begins falling through this hole as well. This hole opens out into the sky above Wickless, above this huge stadium, this Krusty Demons Extreme Sports Motocross Stadium. Truckosaur, and you are falling. Arcadia is bending to your will and taking you to that location, and you are falling through the sky. The shadows begin falling past you. You are falling slowly. Arcadia has slowed your fall, and they are beginning to fall into these puddles of petrol surrounded by machinery into the earth below. You manage to spin yourself around in the air, and you want to...
use Burning Hands.
Burning Hands to ignite.
Yeah.
All of that. I think that's a spell attack.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Technically it's a DC save we can go, but I'll just...
For this,
spell
yeah.
attack. 14 on the dice, plus 11.
That will do it. You, arms out, just free falling through the air, cast Burning Hands. The flames hit just the slightest ember licks, and this whole stadium goes up in flames. You hear the screeching of these shadow monsters as their bodies are rent apart by the light and the heat. And then also several of the motorbikes go off, start doing jumps. There are fireworks going off. Truckosaurus begins. Just the whole... It turns the whole stadium just ignites with your magic. Wonderful. Daara.
Alright, so I'm going to jump up onto the platforms. I'm going to just follow the platforms. I want to cast Plant Growth on whatever remaining shadow figures are either in front of us or underneath the platforms or whatever, if they're trying to get to us.
Yeah.
I want to stop them.
There are thousands.
Okay.
This is spreading out in every direction.
I want to, so under the platforms, whatever plants, grass, anything like that is near the shadow creatures, I want them to overgrow and stifle their movements, like either completely stop them or make it difficult for them to get to us.
Wonderful. Is that a spell attack or a nature check that you're
It's
thinking of doing?
a spell attack.
Spell attack. Wonderful. Roll that for me, please.
A 14.
That is a success. So 1 success for each of you. You all get through the first round. Success. As plants and vines
die.
grow up and wrap around a small horde of these creatures and begin pulling them down against the earth, spreading their shadowy bodies out like puddles of oil. We come around to round 2. The DC for this round is 15. Zawabashi.
Okay. I'm gonna jump off one of the rocks,
Yep.
and I'm gonna, like, glide on down to a big area of them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna think backward. But I'm thinking of the university there. And we all know how difficult it is to navigate through universities.
Yes.
So I just want everyone to kind of end up in whatever fucking classrooms and rooms that people end up, but I want to think of, like, locked doors. So everyone's just kind of in this fucking maze of trying to figure out how to maneuver through this uni.
Yeah.
University labyrinth.
Yeah. But I know my way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to try to teleport a shit ton of them to get them lost.
Amazing.
Some of them end up in lecture halls.
Yeah.
Unsure if they were allowed to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
You leap down off one of the platforms, gliding down gracefully. You see an unbroken group of these shadow creatures. You aim directly for them, and as you hit this group and go gliding through them, suddenly Arcadia shifts around you, and you are gliding down a long corridor in sort of the arts building of the great University of Backwill. And as you do so, shadow creatures are flung aside through doorways on either, which come shut behind them. You see shadow creatures knocking on the windows, trying to, like, rattling at the doors.
Trying to motion to one of you through the window. Can you just get this door for me?
You do see shadow creatures landing in seats in giant lecture halls and then all awkwardly looking at each other like, can we... I want to be the first one to... Like, if you go first, then I'll follow, but I want to be the first one. As you are still gliding, that's your manipulation. You are now in your realm in Backwill. There's opportunity here for you to outrun or lose some of these creatures. What's the skill?
Yeah,
check
I
you're
think
going
it's
for?
almost either like a dash or try to just get out of this building, I suppose, so that I've gained a bit of distance away from them.
Wonderful. I think that's we're doing some sort of intelligence or wisdom check there to navigate your way.
Or like athletics? Like,
Or we're just trying to
just trying
outrun
to-
them.
yeah, either outglide or outrun. Yeah, I'd like just try to...
I'll allow that. Athletics.
That's 16 on its own.
That will do it. 15 is the DC
21.
for this round.
Altogether.
Wonderful. Success.
DC's 15.
Sprig Diggins.
Seeing that both Mallory and Zawabashi have vanished into different parts of this realm, Sprig turns to Daara. Like, are you good if I also try a different realm? A different...
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, I'm going to kind of just turn and find myself in a full-on concert stage in Backwill. One of like a rock concert stage. With the audience full of ghostly, darkness, but like it's a sold-out audience. And so there is a drum kit which I put Pig just to kind of push down on the bass drum pedal. Holding my bouzouki, I plug it into an amp and get ready to perform a song.
Oh, fuck. We're getting another song already.
Yeah, well,
amazing.
I've got time between turns, right?
Fuck off, Vorcentuss. I am not afraid. Ready yourself to be ended and unmade. Burn and sizzle hotly. A fire comes for you. Lots of fireballs to see. Life will be fine and new. So Vorcentuss, fuck you.
And then I conjure a necklace of fireballs.
Amazing.
So that's my performance check.
Before I had a feeling that would be
Yeah.
performance check. You are welcome to roll performance.
24.
24 will succeed, and you can have your necklace of fireballs. How many does it normally come with?
So a necklace of fireballs is 1d6 plus 3.
1d6 plus 3.
Can I roll the d6?
You can roll a d6. I think I'm going to make it... It was a rushed song, I think. I still enjoyed it. I think it's just 1d6.
No, plus 3.
No plus 3.
All right.
5.
5 fireballs. Cool. Can I let one of those off for flair, but still hold on to the 5?
Yes.
As it appears, the pyrotechnics at this arena spectacular, as I hit the last note, like detonating underneath the...
Fuck you! Boom! Explosion. Ripping through the cheering, confused crowd of shadow monsters. Mallory falling through the air.
We're falling through, and there's fireworks and motocross bikes jumping around and everything. We land down, and I'm like, push forward, and we start moving, and then we're quickly engulfed again by shadow monsters, almost surrounded by them. Mallory's gonna think back to first becoming the god of chaos, and tap into that power and the belief behind him. And almost like the Riders of Rohan in Return of the King, just over at the crest of a hill that's just appeared, a huge marching band is going to appear. Just trample a bunch of the shadow monsters to open up space for us to keep pushing forward.
Amazing. You, with your memory, yes, Arcadia, you summon this hill out of nowhere and summon... As you are so proficient at doing a marching band. Amazing. What's your skill check?
I can use religion.
Because summoning this is part of your religious... Absolutely, you can do a religion check.
Ooh. It's a nat 1, so I'm going to use that reroll.
Use that reroll for going in first.
It's a 9 on the dice, plus 9, so 18.
That'll do it. That will do it.
We failed any yet?
No, all successes so far. Wonderful. You are running out of the stadium, marching band coming in the opposite direction, meet in the middle and just trample in two directions like a weird scoop. There's a bunch of shadow monsters that get trampled like a Scooby-Doo cartoon as you and a bunch of minor gods come one way, parade the other.
One of the guys at the front gives a full Theoden speech before it happens, but...
There will come a day when we will play a song and not trample the bodies of our enemies. But it will not be this day.
That is Aragorn's speech from later, and I was looking at Theoden's speech.
Sorry,
That's
I don't
fine.
know Theoden's speech.
Yeah.
I apologise to all the nerds out there for not knowing Theoden's speech.
Not good enough for you.
We'll give you a pass this time.
Daara, you are now alone on the floating platforms. While some minor gods have split off to follow your compatriots, a lot of the fight is still happening here, directly underneath you. What do you want to do?
I want to ride one of the platforms down to the ground and imagine that I'm in a vast open ocean. Colin's realm, obviously. The ocean full of sharks. Full of sharks that love to eat spirit demons. Like ghost fucking whatever they're called, shadow demons. So any demons that end up, as I'm surfing through the fucking grass, okay, I'm going through the grass, don't interrupt me. I'm surfing through the grass on a Zawabashi platform, okay, and it's, as the grass is spraying around me, it turns into ocean, and the creatures fall into the ocean, and I'm going to use animal handling to control the sharks to make them eat the ghost people.
Roll that animal handling check for me. What I was going to interrupt to say is that, for those listening to the podcast, the motion you're making makes you look like the Silver Surfer. Like you're leaning forward.
That's what she's doing. She's fucking silver surfing. A 13 on the die, at plus 6.
13 on the die, plus 6, 19. Absolutely a success.
Okay.
Golf claps. Wonderful. That is the second round. You are all split up across the realms of Backwall, Wickless, and Colin. This is your last round. At the end of this, you will come together to face Vorcentuss. So this is your last chance to shift the battle that will continue on amongst the minor gods whilst you are facing your final foe, Zawabashi.
Like, I want to get back to that big area, but I want the sun. I just want it.
I've met him, I like him, I want him.
I want the sun to be over all of these things, to remove a lot of the shadow. When you have too much light, shadow disappears.
What?
Crazy, right? But the thing is that I'm here in Backwall, and so I don't know if I can manipulate another area of Arcadia while not being in it.
You will potentially be taken to the appropriate area. Like, it will manipulate around you to bring you and those around you to that place.
Okay.
Like it has brought the Shadow Monsters to Backwell with you.
If I'm away from them enough, all that I'm thinking of is back in that main area where the battle's happening, just opening up a lot of any sort of surrounding-esque buildings or whatever is around, clearing a lot of that, and it's almost just having this giant sun come super duper close.
The sun from Teletubbies.
Yes, this baby sun.
You burst through the doors of the Backwell College to find yourself no longer in the realm of Backwell, but coming out into the center of Arcadia. You see the entrance to the amphitheater not far ahead, your final place, the place that you're all heading towards. You slow down, come to a halt, looking around for your compatriots. Before you have a moment to even think to manipulate Arcadia to take you to them, suddenly over the horizon, 10 times larger than you've ever seen before, the sun emerges, fills the entire sky. You look... You know you shouldn't, but you look deep into the sun. You can't help yourself. And you see... You see the face of that man you spoke to by the side of the lake. When you were in the font of creation, that place where you fought Verissa. You see the sun. He smiles upon you. Good work. Good work.
This really hurts. This really hurts.
Sorry, just look away! Don't...
But you're here. I don't know if
I can appear in your mind's eye!
Oh, you should have led with that. I should have shut my eyes.
I didn't make you do a skill check. It's DC 18. Let's say that's religion for you as well. Summoning your connection to the sun.
Resist blindness.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Shit. Okay, so that's an 8, so I'm going to take my 1 reroll.
Okay.
So what was the DC?
18.
What do you add to it?
2.
Ooh.
Yeah, not good. Okay, that's a 16 on the dice, plus 2 is 18.
Oh.
Ooh, girl.
Now Sprig Diggins.
I'm going to pull camera equipment onto the stage that I'm currently rocking out on, and then I want TVs to pop up that our army can see, so they can see me rocking out, and then I will turn and dead into the camera. I'm going to wink at the armies and try to inspire them with bardic inspiration, so that when we keep going off to fight Vorcentuss, that they have my inspiration with them. And I'll burn a bardic inspiration for it if that helps.
Great. Amazing. That's going to some sort of.
Can it also do like a ding?
It definitely dings, and there's like a little lens glare, a glint as I wink at them to make them feel inspired to do this without us. Persuasion?
Yeah, I'm happy with persuasion.
23.
Oof. That'll do it. That will do it. You absolutely inspire. You can burn a bardic inspiration that you inspire the minor gods of Arcadia to continue fighting once your song has ended. Mallory.
So now that the marching band's and created this gap, okay, there's a shot, there's a gap now. So I'm going to start summoning all the essence of Wickless, the region around me, and all these almost untethered carnival rides are going to start a huge Ferris wheel that's just rolling over the top of them, a cha-cha ride that's just spinning wildly, just knocking all these shadows everywhere, a merry-go-round, the same thing. And then I'm going to summon half a roller coaster that is just the first shot up like you would do in Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to create me and Felix and other gods that are with us to jump in, and then it's just going to launch us towards the center of
Amazing.
where we're going to finally get there.
Amazing. Wickless absolutely manipulates to create this launch for you.
Yeah, I have so much experience of having to always manipulate Wickless because it always used to work against me.
Yeah.
That it's this is just second. Now that it's not working against me, it just feels easier than ever. So I'm going to use Arcana.
Amazing.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Lovely. This roller coaster launches into the air. You are pulled back into your chair, rattling even though you are no longer on a track, just the air pressure around you. At a certain point, the roller coaster hits the top of its arc and begins to go back down, and you float out of your seat into the air and fall gently down into the center of Arcadia, nice and gently next to Zawabashi, as the rest of the roller coaster continues its journey and crashes into an army that was oncoming, that was coming to just kill Zawabashi. The carriages have just crashed into them. Explosion wiped them out.
Hi, thank you for that.
Oh, it's alright.
And Daara.
Okay. So, I am going to try to manipulate the...
You're Silver Surfering over some sharks.
I was, yes.
Yeah.
So, I want to now start to change the structure of the water. It starts to boil, and it slowly turns into a bubbling volcanic eruption.
Oh.
Which shoots me back up, back into the center, and I want to erupt next to where Zawabashi and Mallory are,
Amazing.
and I want to be like, so, and that's it.
I think amazing. So for that,
And nature.
I'm happy for you to do nature. To summon this volcanic, deep from underneath the ocean of Colin, like some...
I'm still on the surfboard platform, so
Yeah.
I surf my way into the, no one can see my posing, but it's there.
From underneath the ocean of Colin, like the emergence of some Hawaiian island, this bubbling volcanic mass emerges. You make a beeline for it, rising up into the air, shadow monsters clutching for you, and reach the peak of this now volcanic mountain just as it erupts. The magma spills out over the edges, and as it hits the water, turns into a new island, in the process solidifying all of these shadow monsters, like the dead at Pompeii, capturing them mid-grasp for you to stay there for all eternity. Roll that nature check.
Ooh, I rolled a 3. I'm gonna use my reroll.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, nat 20!
That's nat 20, you still
I
on your
look really
surfboard.
cool doing it. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Still on your surfboard, you ride the volcanic hot air waves across Arcadia and land right next to Zawabashi and Mallory. Even doing, I know you don't normally do this on a surfboard, but as you come into land, doing a little kick flip.
Hell yeah, I'll do it.
Landing on the surfboard, bringing it up to standing next to you. So, and as you all stand there, taking a moment to breathe, a large TV screen appears with this like black and white grainy image of Sprig Diggins in concert. That grainy black and white image becomes colour. You see Sprig Diggins waving to his crowd of adoring fans and then step through the screen of the television into where you are. The screen disappears.
That was so weird. I walked into a camera lens to get.
Yeah, the camera would have been
It's
tiny
like a
for you to...
reverse Dire Straits video.
Yeah, it was.
Do we also get the bardic that he gave out?
Oh, wonderful question.
We've seen.
I did burn it. If that.
You did burn it. You did burn it. You all get a bardic inspiration.
So that's a D8.
You will find yourselves in the centre of Arcadia. The amphitheatre where all of this begun descends into the earth ahead of you. It is not the open-air amphitheatre it once was. Rubble has fallen down upon it, giving it seemingly would look as if it has filled in with stone and concrete, but you know from your journey with Solinar that this is a roof. All of this rubble serves only as a roof to something deep and dark within. There is an opening amongst the rubble to descend into the amphitheatre, where you know Vorcentuss is. Do you wish to go down?
Nah, yeah.
We're good here.
Yeah.
This was the Adventuring Portal. Thank you all so much.
Yes.
Yes.
The adventure ends there, so let's try again.
Certainly.
The air is thick, stale, and oppressive as you move through the winding, unnatural corridors leading into the amphitheatre. But eventually, the darkness gives way to candlelight as you step into what would be the main stage part of this amphitheatre. You've only been gone from Arcadia a week, 2 at most. It looks like thousands of years have passed down here. The floor and walls are covered with grime and moss. You can see glimpses of clean marble underneath the grime where bodies have fallen and been dragged. You see drag marks through all of this grime, leading to decrepit bodies, husks, decayed corpses scattered around the amphitheatre. From each of these corpses run fleshy, blackened, twisted umbilical cord like ropes. From the center of those bodies, all leading to one place. Standing on a little platform in the middle of the amphitheatre, the earth underneath that platform having given way to an endless, seemingly endless void underneath, stands Vorcentuss. Unlike all of the grime and decay in here, he is, as always, spotless. A fine pinstripe suit, cream button-down shirt underneath. The only thing that would tell you that he's in any way ruffled is that his tie is a little bit undone, and the top button undone. But he is otherwise the immaculate depiction of a cool, calm and collected lawyer or CEO. Not a hair out of place, teeth gleaming white.
Oh my god, look at his tie, he's a mess. He's falling apart. We've got him, guys.
Finally. You've all come home. I was ever so worried about the 4 of you. Come, And he holds out his arms. Embrace your God. Embrace your father. You're safe now. We can become one. Yes?
I'm gonna pass on that, sorry.
Foolish. But your answer is accepted. And what about the rest of you?
No thanks.
No? None of you wish to become one with the ultimate power.
We saw what that did to Solinar.
Yes. He was weak. He was mortal. He could not handle what is my birthright.
Didn't he slap the shit out of you?
I'm not here to answer rumors about, slapping and...
I don't think it was a rumor.
No, I think it definitely happened.
Yeah.
You had to sign,
The contract you had to sign just to survive.
I wouldn't describe that as having the shit slapped out of me.
How would you describe that?
A minor setback.
I think we've got ourselves a new little punk bitch.
So,
Really giving that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is happening? What do you mean, new punk bitch? I don't need your back story.
You shouldn't need. If you were omniscient, you'd be aware of it.
I'm working on the omniscience.
Oh,
Okay.
somebody's not omniscient.
I'm sorry, are any of you omniscient?
We don't claim to be.
I'm not claimed yet. I'm on my way. I deserve omniscience. This is
Why do you deserve it?
because that is the order of things.
Is it though?
Yes, I'm the god of order.
No, but
I'm saying that
But if it was, you already would be.
No, things have been unordered. That was my mistake.
Hey, you should really put some floaties on. You're treading water pretty badly.
I'm going to kill you all. I don't know why you've...
Alright.
Tougher God.
What's up? What's up, Daara?
Oh no, I'm just seeing if you can take it.
What do you mean, take it?
Yeah, well,
He seems... Yeah.
seems really defensive.
Right?
Yeah.
No one speaks to me this way.
Well, maybe...
I have the respect of all the major gods.
You killed half of them, and then, you sure you have the respect of your brother?
I think people are afraid of you.
As they should be.
Yeah, but fear's not respect.
Okay, I don't care. Fear's good enough.
So you've just gone back on having the respect of all of the...
Fear engendered across enough generations will become respect.
You've backtracked a lot in this short conversation.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this. I thought you'd come in. I'd offer you to join me. Either A, you join me, or B, I kill you all. I wasn't expecting C, you fucking, roasting.
You obviously don't know us.
Slinging one-liners. No, I don't. I never took the time because you are unimportant until now.
So you think we're important now?
You picked up the swords. You have part of the Major God's powers. I want it for myself. You are now important, yes. Your powers rightfully belong to me. Alright?
So are you going to absorb your brother?
Yes, in the process of it right now.
Why would you do that?
Why are you making it sound like it's a thing? Like it's a weird thing?
You're the
It's
one
not.
doing it. It's friggin' weird, man.
Is his brother in the room?
Can you do a perception check for me, please? Perception or Arcana? Look, the gods of Nerium, us here in Arcadia, have suffered for a long time. And it's because I failed in my duty as a god of order to put things right. The rightful order of things is that our order, our pantheon, is the dominant religion in the mortal realm. And I failed to uphold that order. For years, I worried about survival, because I thought survival was the order of things.
Do you know what really happened? Is you abandoned your people so they had no idea your deal. You left them alone because you were butthurt that they, wanted to explore more than their one continent. And by abandoning them, they had no interest in you. They didn't know anything about you because you weren't connected to them, which left a vacuum for Solinar to creep in. That is why you lost.
Yes, a vacuum left behind by our absence.
Yes.
Now, a new vacuum has been created, and thank you also very much for that. In removing Solinar from the equation, there is room for a new monotheistic religion to step into its place.
I mean, I would say right now the most worshipped person in Nerium is Sprig.
Sprig is known by a few drunkards in a tavern, and one guy who is a merchant.
And who knows you?
Soon, everyone.
Soon.
Yeah, so
currently...
I was correct. So the current order of things is Sprig.
No.
Listen,
no.
listen, my guy. Who decided this friggin' order?
No,
You?
here's the scoreboard.
I don't answer to you.
Yes, you do!
No, I
yes,
don't.
you do answer to me. I am one of your major gods.
Nah. Not
Well,
anymore.
no, Dara is also a
Yeah, I'm
major
a
god
major
now.
god.
So Zawabashi, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Order of the Major Gods never had one over the other, did it?
Yes, I am.
I mean, technically, Zawabashi just answers directly to the creator god, so he might actually be above
He answers
you.
to the sun. What are you? A cloud?
You're laughing like that was a good roast. I don't understand.
It's
What
an
that
in-joke.
means.
It's an in-joke. You wouldn't get it.
I don't think it is. I think you're
Yeah,
pretending.
you wouldn't get it. You're not cool.
No, you don't get it, you don't get it.
This is fucked. I'm
Yeah, you're fucked.
deeply distressed about how this has gone.
I also rolled a 10 on the perception check. About his brother, yeah.
You just, you feel that magic. Wicholus's magic in this room.
Can my passive investigation be able to spot him?
There is so much power in this room. I don't think I can let you passively do it, but I'm happy for you or anybody to roll if they want to see, to locate someone or something or pin.
It's a 28 investigation.
28 investigation.
Dara's yelling about cloud, about why he's a cloud, and I'm just like, okay, wait, what's going on in this room?
Yeah, Wichollus is in this room. You feel Wicholus's magic. Magic you've grown up with that flows within you as well. You feel it within the body of Vorcentuss. Alongside Backwills and
Mordgrim.
No,
Yeah.
I have Mortgren.
you guys have part of their magic that was left in those weapons.
When he killed Mordgrim and Colin, he took the one wasn't put in.
He sucked him off.
You feel tendrils of Wicholus's magic leaking from Vorcentuss's body and trapped in one of these umbilical cords between Vorcentuss and a corpse on the ground.
Oh, shit.
And in that moment you realise that these four husks, these decaying bodies, are Wichollus, Backwill, Mordgren, and Colin. He is feeding and off them, consuming their magic.
We just, by talking, convince Solinar to end his own life. So I think this is going great. How are you feeling?
Well, you're not going to bully me into suicide. I'll just say that straight up. That's not...
You say that now.
Well, I'm not going to let you...
Oh, but it's okay for you to bully everyone into fearing you. That sounds a bit fucked.
What do you... What?
What's up?
What's up with you?
What's up with you? I don't like you.
He's relieved.
I don't care if you like me or not.
Well, I thought you wanted us to respect you, so what
You
is
can
it?
respect
do you
someone
want,
without
do you
liking
not
them.
care, or...
You can respect someone without liking them. Also, that's not... I don't expect you... Oh, my God.
Is there any way while they're having this interaction
While I'm
that I
arguing
can
with
try
you.
to go over to one of the bodies?
Yeah, can I roll something to just be distracting? Like, is this argument distracting enough that these guys can start doing shit?
Rather, roll a performance check for me.
Hell yeah.
If it's not, then the combat begins.
A 15.
That's plus your performance.
Oh, I have a nothing for my
You are not charismatic.
None of you are. That's a me thing.
Alright, on a 15, I'm going to say you've successfully given the help check. You can... So, Zawabashi, you want to try and...
I just want to, I suppose, just go over to one of the bodies, maybe just get a better understanding on how I might be able to untether this connection.
Okay, sure. Yeah. You can move over there and give me an investigation check.
Fuck! 5.
5. You walk over, you begin inspecting the body. Vorcentuss is arguing with Daara. And then halfway through, it's like, and also, stop what you're doing. What? Get away from the body.
I'm looking at it.
Well, stop. I'm telling you to stop.
I tell you, stop. I'm just looking at what it is that you've done. Like, these are the fucking gods that you're just sucking the life out of. I just want to make sure they're alright.
I don't think they're alright.
No, they're not alright.
What? Clearly!
And this is going to be you soon if you don't.
Look, stop trying to distract us. I'm trying to say shit to you.
Oh my god,
He's
gonna try and suck us off like he did his brother.
I don't consent to that. I think you should not do that. Thanks.
As the god of law, you should probably take that into consideration.
Yeah.
Yes, as the god of law, I am in charge of the law and the order, and this is the new order.
As the god of law, you say that non-consensual sucking off is okay.
That's fucked.
That's what you just said.
I've now realised
Whoa.
what you're saying.
Whoa.
And that's not...
Wait, what are we saying?
He's the god of law, and he's changed the law to say non-consensual sucking
No,
is okay.
this isn't a sexual thing. Alright? This is a thing...
Yeah, you can make the laws whatever you like.
This
Make
is
them
a
creepy
thing in
and
the realm of gods and monsters. Okay?
What an incel. He didn't have any action, so he's forcing people to be...
I had plenty of action,
You're
alright?
non-consensually sucking off
I had
your
plenty
brother.
of action, alright? Wednesday night was my sex night. I had it... Ross scheduled in.
Consensual sex night?
Yes!
Then
Yes!
what's the deal, man? Look at this. They don't look like they're enjoying this at all. Do you have a
I
safe
don't
word?
care. This is murder. I'm murdering them.
Oh, and so you've made murder lawful
'cause
as
that's
well.
When I do it, yes.
What
And-
the fuck, my guy? What's up? Who hurt you?
Clearly his business.
Solinar heard him. Yeah.
Can I try to rip one of these tendrils off?
You
You can try to rip one of the tendrils off.
Can I try and distract while he
I think
does that?
that's still
I
happening.
think he's already there.
It's a... Can I get
Sleight of hand, is it?
dexterity check? Just flat dexterity, please.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for you, sure.
Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. 24. Sorry.
Yeah, I rolled in that 20.
Oh. Damn.
On an opposed dex check here, I've rolled in that 20. Your hand touches the umbilical cord. And then there is a shudder in reality. Just a flash very quickly. Like a frame has been skipped in a film. And suddenly you are no longer standing with your hand on the umbilical cord. You are standing back with the rest of your party. I need you all to mark down that you all now have one level of exhaustion.
All of us?
As you
Zawabashi.
look down and find, stretching from your stomachs to Vorcentuss, are those same umbilical cords. As Vorcentuss has just used his 9th level spell slot to cast a time stop and to infect each of you with one of these umbilical cords. Time stop ends when a creature is in some way affected or attacked, like any other sort of invisibility or paralysis spell. When you attack the creature, that ends. So as soon as these umbilical cords are inserted into you, that time stop ends, and you are back in the flow of time. But each of you are now connected to Vorcentuss and have a level of exhaustion as he begins to pull your magic from you.
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry.
And I need the 4 of you now to roll for initiative. Did anybody roll over 20 on their initiative?
No.
Between 15 and 20.
No.
John, what'd you get?
Wait. 5. Yes, 7.
Fucking hell.
9, 8, 7.
Oh, sorry, 8. Sorry, my bad, 8.
We are in battle now. As soon as you guys have looked down and see this umbilical cord, Vorcentuss immediately begins draining you. Can I get Constitution saving throws from all 4 of you?
This is a spell effect?
This is not a spell, this is an ability.
Oh, okay.
14.
13.
Nat 1.
I got 5.
Did you all just fail that?
Yeah.
Hey, what's everyone's HP?
With the temp HP?
Yeah.
40.
80.
Why are you so weak?
Mine's 69.
Somehow Mallory has always been incredibly weak.
My hit points are 93 at the moment.
You feel health, mana, arcane energy drain along these umbilical cords into Vorcentuss, whose eyes begin to glow, whose body begins to radiate celestial magic, as you all take 26 hit points of damage.
Youch.
Took damage.
Ooh, I did take
Reaction.
damage.
You can reaction to heal if you want. So 26, you can give 13 HP to yourself or someone else.
I'm gonna give it to Mallory, I think.
Thank you.
So 13.
Yeah.
Mal, you're gonna have to keep an eye on this boy.
Maybe we brought the wrong rabbit.
When you're up to 96 and he's at 40, someone keep an eye on Mallory. He smiles at the feeling of this energy and then turns his eyes turns around and looks at the pit yawning beneath him. We now go to Daara.
Ow! I'm gonna fucking shoot him in the head with my long bow. But I'm gonna do my cantrip with it, so my venomous strike cantrip, which literally just poisons the arrow. That's 22 to hit.
That will hit.
So I just rolled maximum on the dice, so 8 and 4
Is 12.
plus 6
Is 18.
damage.
18 damage. As you pull back your +3 longbow of the gods, fire a poison arrow. Where are you aiming for Vorcentuss' head?
Oh yeah.
This arrow pierces through the back of his head. He turns his face towards you. You see the tip of your arrow poking out between his eyes. He smiles at you. Oh, little gods, little gods. And you see the skin heals back over and snaps the wood of the arrow. The arrow point goes falling to the ground.
So you still got wood in your head, my guy. What?
He reaches back and pulls the rest of the arrow out.
Yeah, right.
Drops it to the ground. That's your action. Did you have a bonus action?
I'm gonna send Fizzlebang towards the closest guy, the one that's just off to our left, and he's gonna cast Flame Seed, which is literally just a ranged attack on the tendril thing to try and sever it.
On whose tendril?
Oh yeah, mine. Can we do that?
You want Fizzlebang to attack the tendril connecting you to Vorcentuss?
Yeah.
Wonderful. He is going to run around to the front of you. Not a problem, miss. I'll take care of this umbilical cord, don't you worry. And he's just going to climb up your body, perch on your head, and start firing these flame
Like
seeds
finger
down.
guns out of his fingers, like pachoo, pachoo. That's a 19 on the die.
19 will absolutely get tendril.
That's a 6 plus 4
Is 10.
for damage.
Yes. It doesn't break this tentacle, but you can see there are large chunks burning away, and you see Vorcentuss cringe in pain at this attack on the tendril itself. That's your turn, that's Fizzlebang's turn. Mallory.
I'm gonna hold my initiative so I go after Sprig.
Wonderful. You hear a creaking, a groaning of air escaping from small pockets within the bodies of these corpses. You hear the clattering of bones, and they begin to rise up. The husks of the once major gods rise to their feet and begin their approach to attack. And they have created this almost semicircle barrier between the entrance to the amphitheater where you stand and the greater expanse beyond where Vorcentuss stands. You do not get any sense from their eyes that they are sentient in this moment, making a conscious decision. These are undead controlled by some greater necromancer, following orders to waylay you. Who we've got? So one of the husks is going to attack Zawabashi, the other one is going to attack Mallory. Zawabashi does a 10 hit? No. It takes a lunging swing at you. You're able to dodge deftly out of the way. Swings above your head. Mallory, does a 14 hit?
It does not.
It does not!
Wow.
Thanks to my marriage, it is no longer hits me.
Fantastic. Oh.
Yeah.
Lucky.
The glistening of my arcane focus is a ring, but when we got married, a big diamond appeared on it, and as it goes to swing at me, like a bit of light catches the diamond and shines in its eye, and it just swings past me.
Saved by marriage.
Yeah.
Vorcentuss, frustrated at the inability of his minions to just lay a fucking hit on one of you guys, turns around and casts a ray of cold. This beam of necrotic frozen energy. I'm going to roll.
Is this a cantrip or like Ray of Frost or?
This is a legendary action.
It is a spell. It's a spell.
Oh, can't spell. Like it's clear, like it's my magic if he like follows it back, but at first it seems like he fucked up
Yeah.
casting it, and he's like, what the hell? And then can like see like the arcane trail going back.
There's a moment where, like the umbilical cord almost gets like a little knot in it, and your magic stops flowing, so he goes to cast this, and then there's this sudden drain of magic. Well, hold on. Has to tap the cord a few times and, untangle it.
Unplugs it, replugs it.
Yeah. Unplugs it. Okay, the magic's back, but it's too late. I've lost my chance.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We go to Zawabashi.
Okay. I'm gonna start out with using my quarterstaff to attack the one that just attacked me, which is literally in my face. 17.
Yeah. And that will hit.
Cool. Yeah, 9 damage.
9 damage. Wonderful.
And then I'm gonna smack him again. Smack him again. Go friggin'. Oh, that's better. So that's 23, 24.
24 hit will hit.
Which is 8 damage.
8 damage, that's 10, 8, 18. Yep.
And then I'm gonna cast, spending 2 key points to cast Burning Hands.
2 key points to cast Burning Hands.
Yeah, so I have with my...
Because you change your...
Yep.
You change your subclass.
Yeah. So it's Searing Strike that I have. Searing Arc Strike.
Yeah.
Immediately after you take the attack action, on my turn, I can spend 2 key points, cast that as a bonus action within a 15-foot.
So you can definitely hit the one that you're attacking, and there's another one that's not quite made it to the group yet. So you can hit the second one, and you want to aim for your tendril, your umbilical cord as well. Amazing.
It is each creature, so they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. I'd say pretty guaranteed, just based on what I've rolled, that one of them has succeeded and one has failed.
Which is 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 damage for the failed one, and 4.5 rounded up to 5 for the succeeded one. And 9 damage to the umbilical cord, which again is not enough to break it, but have significantly damaged it. That is 23 hit points in total of damage you've done to the zombie, the shambling husk that is attacking you, which is not enough to drop it, but you've done a significant amount of damage, and in each 2 hits of your quarterstaff, and then this flaming, with each of those hits you get a glimpse, almost just an image laid over top of who this husk used to be. Just an explosion in your mind of an image of Mortgrin, that dwarf of war and winter, and you get these little flickers of him with every hit. Can you do an insight check for me, please?
23.
With every hit you get in those flashes of images of Mortgrin, his mouth is in a slightly different position than each of those images, and playing them back in your head, you get the sense that he's mouthing the word please to you. He wants this to end. He wants you to take him out. Sprig Diggins.
Sprig Diggins takes one of the beads off of his new necklace.
Yeah.
And throws it into the middle of the room between the corpses and Vorcentuss. The purpose of which to focus on hitting all of the umbilical cords, Vorcentuss, and the corpses.
Amazing.
So it's a 20-foot radius, so it should hit every one of those things.
Amazing. That's what sort of save is that?
It's a dex save of 15.
Fail, pass.
Okay.
So of the 4 corpses, only 1 has succeeded in its save.
Yep, then Vorcentuss, and then umbilical cords.
Vorcentuss is a fail, but he's going to use his legendary resistance to succeed.
Alright. 30 points of fire damage.
30 points of fire damage.
Which should hit all of our umbilical cords as well.
One of the corpses drops. The corpse of Mortgren that Zawabashi was fighting. In the midst of this fireball, the body disintegrates, and this umbilical cord catches fire and runs all the way back to Vorcentuss, who lets out a scream of pain. None of your umbilical cords are as of yet broken. All of them now are looking very rough. There is little sparks of arcane magic starting to creep through the thin membrane of this umbilical cord. It is damaged enough that not every bit of magic is getting to Vorcentuss, and it's starting to leak out and create this sort of arcane haze in the auditorium. Anything else, Sprig?
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my Bazooki, so
Wonderful,
the magical
wonderful.
vines creep up it, so imbuing with my magic.
Fantastic. I am going to cast Shatter, pretty much right in front and inclusive of Vorcentuss.
He will counterspell this.
Counterspell.
We're going to counterspell?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Cool. In that same spot where that fireball...
Yeah, pretty much. It's slightly less of a space, so I wouldn't get anyone else, so I'll get Vorcentuss and all of the cords.
Wonderful.
And then it's a DC 19 Constitution saving throw.
DC 19 con?
Yeah.
Wow. Big one.
Yeah, I'm a god.
He's going to use his second legendary resistance to succeed that.
He has a certain number for the whole fight.
He has a certain number for the whole fight. That you can
and we burnt 2 in the
You
first
burned
one.
2 in the... yeah, well done.
Fabulous.
So he's only going to take half.
Yeah, you're going to be annoyed when I tell you what the damage is and you burnt it, Brad.
What is
It's
it?
only 12.
Only 12.
That's good for the umbilical
Yeah.
cords,
Yeah.
12. That damage with the 12 of the shatter, Zawabashi and Daara's umbilical cords break. You are now untethered from Vorcentuss, as they had taken extra damage already. Mallory and Sprig, your umbilical cords are still active.
No, my bonus action, I'm just going to cast Blur Time on myself.
Blur time? What does blur time do?
I like blur, so I have pretty much it's just like the dodge action. So physical attacks have disadvantage on me.
Wonderful. Brilliant. That is the end of the round. Sprig, Diggins, and Mallory, as your umbilical cords are still intact, you will take a second level of exhaustion.
Oh no!
At the beginning of the round, so your speed is now halved. Disadvantage on ability checks and half speed.
Okay.
That is Vorcentuss again. He is going to use that life drain ability once more, as he only has 2 of you connected to him. Sprig and Mallory, if you could please make Constitution saving throws.
Will an 18 do it?
An 18 will not.
Yeah,
13.
Also will not. It was a 19 DC saving throw.
yeah, that makes sense. It would be weird if their saving throw was less than ours. Actually,
That is, yes?
I still do have one of my portents left.
Yeah.
That is a 16,
Yeah.
and I would like to save. So if I use that,
Your Constitution save is...
that'll put me to 20.
That'll put you to 20?
Yeah.
Okay then. In that case, Sprig Diggins, you will take 29 hit points of damage. And Mallory will only take 14 hit points of damage.
That's fine. These are good things. These are fine things.
I would add
fine.
I would add
things
3 left if I took full. Then.
Oh, good use of the portent.
Yeah.
Good use. He drains this energy from you, and you see now it begins to spill over out of his body, and he begins channeling this excess magic that is just seeping from the pores in his skin. He turns around and begins to channel into this pit in front of him. Daara, it's your turn.
I want to cast Scorching Ray, which is I create 3 rays of fire and I can hurl them at different targets. What I want to do is sever, aim 2 of the rays at Mallory and Sprig's umbilical cords, and the third one I want to aim at the umbilical cord of the guy that's closest to us. So that's a 19 on the die.
That will absolutely hit.
So this is the
that's-
first one. Which umbilical cord?
This
Mallory's
guy.
first one, yeah.
Mallory.
Do you want to roll for damage on that one to see whether you break it or not?
That's 7.
Does not break it.
Fuck, okay.
You want to aim for Mallory's again?
No. I'm gonna try all 3 of them.
Okay. Mallory's is not broken.
So that's 12 plus 6
That will hit.
to hit.
Yep.
So this is for Sprig. That's a 7 again. Fuck.
No good. Okay.
I've got one more.
Can you do a perception check for me before? You'll have to do it with disadvantage.
14 plus 6.
20. Both of these umbilical cords are 1 hit point away from being broken. You needed 8.
Fuck's sake.
You know that just a single hit on either of them will snap
break
them.
him.
So you can still aim for the corpse's umbilical cord if you want, but on a dirty 20 perception, you know you could break one of them.
So I'm gonna aim this next Scorching Ray at Mallory.
Yep.
Yep.
At Mallory himself.
Well, at the umbilical. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. Boom. Mallory's explodes into. You don't even need to roll for damage. It only requires 1 hit point. You can't roll a 0 on the die. Vorcentuss is going to take a legendary action here. And he is pulling out his spectral weapon, his weapon of the gods. He transforms it in an instant to this sort of spectral crossbow and fires at Daara. 16 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Ooh!
Marriage brings us
Barry
together.
off!
Our armor claws. Ahoy, armor claws.
Amazing.
Take that. Why are you so obsessed with me, Vorcentuss? Leave me alone.
You know they're married?
Yeah, I'm
Oh my
married.
God.
My husbands are right there.
Hi.
On that, Mallory, it's your turn, having just gone, hi.
No,
Hi.
I've moved. Yeah.
Oh, you're permanently moving. Sorry, that wasn't just for that turn.
No. Yeah.
Sorry, I will move you down in
The initiative order. So I go after the 2 people who can heal me for when I go down.
Correct.
If I go before them, I'll be down before I can go again.
Okay.
I learned my lesson in the last combat.
And we're gonna get 3 attacks. We're gonna attacks from each of these zombies. We're gonna go Zawabashi first.
Mine's with disadvantage.
This one's gonna miss. That second one is also gonna miss on Zawabashi. That's crazy. First attack from the zombie attacking Sprig Diggins. A nat 20.
Ouch.
On an attack.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
That's what it's there for.
That's what it's there for.
No critting.
Turns it into a miss.
Great. I need that health.
Throw out your advantage.
And now on
yeah.
Mallory.
You can have the advantage on your next thing. Actually, yeah.
Do you want to say who you is?
Yeah, you there. You
You
there.
listening.
Dara can have advantage on their next thing. Sorry.
Thank you.
Mallory, the corpse comes to attack you. It has disadvantage. It's going to take 2 attacks on both of those attacks, or just...
If it hits on the first one, I'd lose it.
It misses on the first one,
Dope.
and that means it also misses on the second one. Okay? You've burned a silvery barbs, but the corpses miss on all of their attacks against you guys. Just the 3 of you locked in rhythm, dodging all of these attacks.
Mallory's
display.
spell, kind of like forms around him, and it gives the impression that he's dodging in like, as he's like blurring time, he's dodging in different directions. So it's like illusions almost all going in different directions. So it's unsure which one to hit.
Zawabashi, your turn.
Okay. Well, my plan is fucked because I was just gonna rush him. You want me to smack your tendril, Sprig?
No, you could. It's like 1 hit point of damage. Do actual damage. You can damage people significantly.
I'm gonna first smack with my quarterstaff on the one that's in front of me that just tried to attack me.
Yep.
Which is so that's already 27, 28 to hit.
28 will absolutely hit.
11 damage.
11 damage.
Yep. So with mobile, when I make a melee attack against a creature, I don't provoke an opportunity attack from that creature for the rest of the turn.
Doesn't matter because you've killed that creature.
Oh, bet.
You have killed. You have killed.
Can I do? I want to do
Non-lethal?
Yeah, non-lethal.
Why?
I don't want. Let's just.
I second that point.
Let's just not.
The first guy that you got rid of was very obviously like, fucking kill me.
He can choose to do non-lethal.
No, I know, I'm
You
just
murder
asking.
hobo?
I'm just asking why.
I-
I know you're allowed to, and you are fully allowed to make that decision. I'm just genuinely interested why. Because like I said, the first guy that the Mortgren
Yeah.
was fully like end.
Just yeah.
So that's why I'm
But
asking.
is it?
He was
because-
also just a war guy, so maybe he's
Yeah.
just like, die in the battlefield. I love it.
Is it because they're being affected? Is it the guilt that's eating them away to be like, just kill me because I can't live with it? It's also like, well, fuck you, you made that choice, you should have to live with it. Like, let's hear them out.
You're not
after.
killing them to be peaceful. You're like, this will probably torment them more if I leave them
No, I'm
alive.
sorry, you can't just be like, hey, I'm gonna do a shitty thing and then take my own life after. No, fuck you, deal with it. Yeah.
Great reason to save someone.
No, but like, alright, but mostly I just want to hear them out on...
Dig up, John.
What does that mean?
Because you're like digging a hole.
Oh.
And I'm like, dig up, yeah.
I want to hear them out! I want to do
Sorry,
non-lethal.
that makes sense to me. Thank you for explaining it.
I want to do non-lethal.
Well, you can't.
You
killed him and deal with it.
fucking dead,
Okay.
and I have to live with it.
No, I'm happy. You did non-lethal. You've knocked the corpse husk, to the ground, and it has stopped moving, and you see the flow of magic stops from its umbilical cord. But it is not disintegrated like Mortgren did.
So Morgren's dead, but this guy is not.
Theoretically.
Okay.
We don't know.
You don't know. You'll have to come, if you survive, come back and check it out, see what's happening.
Okay, well then I'll just turn to the green one and also smack them. So that is 21.
21 will hit.
15 damage.
15 damage. Does not kill them.
That's okay.
Does not, but they are chunks of bone and cartilage are falling from its form as you crack it around the ribs and snap several of them.
Okay. Okay, well then I'll take my 30 feet, run on over to little punk bitch.
Oh, because now that you've hit it, it can't.
Yeah,
Okay.
now it can't.
Just had to give it a donk on the head.
Let me through.
Just let me go. I'm gonna use one of my key points and hit it with 2 unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
But the second one, I want to try to grapple him.
Okay.
I want a hug. That's a nat 1
Ooh,
for the first.
that's rough. That sucks.
And so that's a 13 plus 9.
22.
Yep.
That will hit.
Okay.
You manage to run up, and after he dodges your roundhouse kick, you follow up and just punch Vorcentuss, god of law, order, and justice, square in his chiseled, symmetrical face.
That's what you get for turning your fucking back on the whole battle, dickhead.
You pull your fist back to find just a thin layer of foundation across your knuckles. He's definitely been just a little bit of stage makeup to make himself look nicer every time he's come out in public.
So how long did it take you to prep yourself for this morning?
I'm going to kill you.
This is the thing. We've been calling him a bitch for hours, but just mentioning his makes it.
That's,
Okay, so that...
so then he now needs to make...
My weakness,
is
blotchy
that
skin.
do the
So
damage
according-
first and then...
Yeah, do the damage.
Okay, which is 9.
9.
And then it's grapple.
Yes, so according to your thing, he has to make a strength or dex save, your choice.
I think it's your choice. The target must succeed on a dex, strength dex. It chooses which.
Oh, it chooses.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Which is DC is 8 plus my proficiency, which is 4 plus strength. So it's a 13. DC.
13 DC. He's going to make that strength save. He fails. By 1 point. Oh, actually, no, sorry. He's going to use...
Legendary resistance.
He's going to use legendary resistance to succeed.
That's great.
There is a moment where you have him wrapped up, and then he elbows you in the stomach, pushing you off, as the two of you teeter precariously on the edge of this platform above the yawning hole beneath. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
He is then, since you are physically in contact with him, he is going to... His skin just opens, all the pores open up, become these huge gaping holes in his arms, up his neck and face, and necrotic energy pours out. And he's gonna...
All that foundation is
Yeah.
All that
It's
foundation.
going to pour in there and clog his pores.
And that's going to be 17 to hit.
To hit me,
Yeah.
that is direct on. I might use my react. Oh no, I mean roll the damage first.
15 HP damage.
I might use because I have my Hadozi dodge, which is for 7.
7. So you take it from 15 down to 8 hit points of damage as the skin closes back up around. That is now Sprig Diggins' turn.
I'm going to use my bonus action first, and with... You don't have him grappled, do you?
No.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to put Pig on the ground and say, go get him! And then my tiny little baby goat is going to run at Vorcentuss.
Well,
Can I have that happen now?
You want to have that...
Or then I'll hold my action for once he's there.
Okay. Sure. What's the speed on
40.
40?
Yeah. On a baby goat.
That's crazy. One,
Mountain goats.
1, 2,
Fucking
3,
crap.
4,
Baby goats.
5, 6.
I want it to stand underneath Zawabashi's legs.
I don't know if this is going to be distressing for you or anyone else involved, but one of the corpses will get an attack of opportunity on your pet goat.
No!
Not distressing for me.
No!
I told him he'd die multiple times. In this
No!
15 to hit for Pig.
Probably. Let me see. Goat. Yeah, it's got a armor class of 10. So yep.
Yep, and what's his HP?
4. 4.
4.
Yeah, it's a familiar. They've got very little.
It's a good thing you rolled a 1, right?
Describe how you kill a baby goat, Brad.
I don't. The corpse of one of these fallen gods.
That does what you make it do.
That does
My plan.
And,
This is your plan to make me uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Yes. You'll make mistakes.
One of the corpses does reach. Yes, you say, "Go, pig!" and put the goat down. It runs directly into the hands of one of the corpses who is crouched down at the same time as you. Has immediately grabbed it by the head as it's run at it. Picked it up by the head. Thrown it across the room at a wall where there is a crunch and a slump to the ground. And then Pig, as an arcane goat, dissipates into magic.
Good boy. It's a good use of my bonus
That's
action.
what I wanted you to do.
Immediately dies.
Excellent. I will then use my action.
Fuck. Well, is that corpse now distracted?
I think we're all distracted.
Yeah, it means that you could get away from that corpse without them attacking you because they were distracted.
Oh, totally. I mean, it wouldn't. It doesn't have its reaction now, so that's fine. I'm going to use. So I have Shillelagh on my bazooki.
Yeah.
I'm going to swing at the guy who just killed my goat, and I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade with this attack.
With the shillelagh as well.
Yes. Does a 13 hit?
13 does hit.
It does.
On these creatures, yeah.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. They're going to take 13 points of fire damage to that guy.
And I'm gonna just ask, unlike Zawabashi, are you doing lethal damage?
Yes, he killed my goat.
You carve through this corpse, slice it in half. The flames spread from the center of it upwards and downwards to the separated halves of the body, turning it to ash. You have killed, and as your weapon connects, you get a quick flash in your head of Backwill.
Oh, how the turntables.
And with the additional fire damage that springs from that, it can go to an enemy and take X number of fire damage. It's going to spring to my umbilical cord.
Amazing.
I won't roll it. But yeah.
Snaps.
Great.
Your umbilical cord, you are now all untethered from Vorcentuss. Wonderful. Mallory.
Cool. Can I get a sense, are there any active spells on Vorcentuss?
You can do an Arcana check. You'll do it with disadvantage because you're...
I'll give that a
awesome.
try just to check it out. An 11?
There is huge amounts of magic swirling around Vorcentuss at the moment. He is not necessarily casting on himself. He seems to be casting downwards into this pit.
I would like to try something real stupid, Brad.
I would love it. Love something really stupid.
Fantastic. So I have my ability, Magic Everywhere.
Yes.
And you said I can use it to, like, make spells in people.
Did I feel like that's a
Like,
corruption
give
of what
spells.
give spells to
Yeah.
people is what you... Yeah.
I would like to use... So I used it once when we were in the thing, but now I can cast level 5 spells. So I still have 4 uses of it
Yeah.
left. Can I try and make Vorcentuss Wild Magic Surge 4 times?
Oh, fucking amazing. Like, right now, all at once,
Yeah,
4
yeah.
surges?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking go!
Yeah.
Let's go! Do you want to roll them all?
Yeah,
Do you want me
I'll-
to roll some?
Oh, yeah.
I've got the wild magic table up here somewhere.
This is gonna be really good or really.
Yeah, this is a real big swing, because he could get 4 real good buffs.
Yeah.
Or he could be a tree and we win. 52.
52. A spectral shield hovers near you for the next minute, granting you a +2 bonus to AC and immunity to magic missiles. You see, this blue glowing shield appears around him.
27.
27. For the next minute, all your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action.
So far, not good. It's fucked.
66.
66. Up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage.
Adam, I hate you so much.
4d10. We'll have fun with that in a minute.
So remember how you, Sprig, have the ability to change
I have
stories?
I used it to get rid of Solana.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
And 13.
13. You cast Confusion centered on yourself.
Fantastic.
3 killed us with lightning damage. 4d10 lightning damage.
Okay.
These are all happening at once.
So, let's go back. The Spectral Shield, that's in place. Bonus action, great. Now it was up to 4d10 lightning. Up to 3 creatures you choose.
He's confused though.
Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw when you cast a spell. So he'll be able to Wisdom save. You are within Zawabashi, within 10 feet. So you will also need to do a Wisdom saving throw. An affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior.
Okay.
That could have gone better. I'm not gonna. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna act like it did. Work
He can
perfectly.
he can do twice as many things in a turn, and he has a massive shield.
What's the DC?
It is DC 17.
Isn't it his?
It's his, yes.
Isn't his 19?
That was his Constitution. Oh, sorry, your roll in Constitution. It is 19. Yeah.
Why are you making this worse?
He has to do it as
He has
well.
to do 2.
Okay, so that's a 4 on the dice. And there's no fucking point in me using my bardic.
No, it's a waste.
That is 22 he rolled.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs. That is 17.
Yeah. Fusion star.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3. That is Zawabashi, Sprig, Diggins, Mallory.
And if you got damaged, you could heal people, but
I know, but
I mean, look, if you want to volunteer to take the damage,
what's the spell happening?
a lightning attack.
it's a lightning attack.
Yeah, I will volunteer to take someone's
What do you want?
23.
I'm on 25,
Oh shit.
but I can heal people.
Take Springs.
Alright.
I caused this. I
I-
should take it.
No. I will volunteer to take Sprig's damage.
Okay. Zawabashi, Mallory, and Daara, you each take 26 hit points of damage.
I'm down.
Ooh.
I'll do that too, but I can heal you.
Yeah, I can heal you as well.
I am on 9.
We can heal him now. We can heal him right now.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna give you healing because I just got damaged. So
Yeah.
13.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah. So you're not down. You're just down to 13.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy with that. It is the end of the initiative order. Vorcentuss turns back towards this pit, and the magic that he has entered into it seems to be returning. You see arcane magic, the glow from arcane magic deep within this pit begin to rise and rise. It explodes outwards, up through the roof of this amphitheater, the rubble that's created a roof here. Sunlight streams in for a moment and gets brighter and brighter until your vision is completely whited out. And then when it comes back, the world has disintegrated around you. You stand on chunks of rock floating in the astral sea. You see empty skies, pink and purple clouds, glittering stars stretching out. And above you and below you, You see thin images layered on top of each other. Below you, you see images of Arcadia. Stretching back, you see all of this battle. All of the battles undergone by your fellow minor gods. If you look down deep enough, you see it goes back to before all of this began. If you look down below these floating islands of rock in astral nothingness, you see the past. And stretching up above you, you see all the potential futures of Arcadia. You float in astral nothingness, frozen in a moment in time. That's it for this episode of Forgotten Gods. Tune in to our second part, the finale, coming very soon.
Thanks for listening to Forgotten Gods. Subscribe to our Patreon for more behind-the-scenes content, and follow Adventuring Portal on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with everything. For more on what we're doing outside of podcasting and in the world of theatre and comedy, check out Rising Arts Productions on Facebook and Instagram.
Hello! Just giving a big shout out to all of our Patreon members, being Alex Cuff, Samantha Sweeting, and Emily Hess, from the big love and spirit of Kevin Langley. Wherever the road may take you, I hope you get there.
This has been a Rising Arts production.